Hey everyone, Gio here. One of the biggest misconceptions about AI right now is that it has to live somewhere else, in the cloud, on someone else's server, inside a black box you don't control. And for a lot of use case, that's fine. But for some industries, in healthcare, education, legal, government, finance, that approach can be risky, irresponsible, or straight up non-compliant. Today, I want to break down why some organizations need to keep AI close to home, what exactly that means, and how it's done in the real world. Quick context before we dive in. I'm Gio, a two-time founder with an engineering and mathematics background, a former teacher, and over a decade in industrial automation and enterprise sales. I've worked inside of environments with compliance, safety, data control that are non-negotiable. So when I talk about AI privacy, this isn't theory, it's a lived experience. And here's the core idea. Not all data is created equal. If you're playing with general knowledge, marketing copy, brainstorming ideas, basic research, public AI tools are usually fine. But the moment you touch patient information, student records, client case files, internal financials, you're in a different category entirely. This is where privacy and compliance stop being nice to have and start being mandatory. Let's make this simple with an analogy. Using a public AI model is like teaching in a shared classroom. Lots of people, shared space, great for general learning. But sensitive work doesn't happen in shared classrooms. It happens in private offices. That's exactly the difference between public AI and private AI. Public AI lives in someone else's environment. Private AI lives in yours. Same intelligence, very different control. Now let's talk about why this matters. In healthcare, HIPAA exists for a reason. Patient data cannot leak, ever. In education, FERPA protects student records and academic history. In law, confidentiality is the foundation of trust. In government, data exposure can be catastrophic. If sensitive data passes through systems you don't control, you don't truly know where it's stored, who can access it, how long it's retained, or how it's being audited. And trust us is not a compliance strategy. This is why more organizations are moving towards local models and private deployments. So what does keeping AI close to home actually mean? It doesn't mean you're building an AI from scratch. That doesn't mean that you need a massive AI team. It means you control where the model runs and where the data lives. And there are three common ways that this is done. First, local servers. The AI model runs entirely inside of your own infrastructure. Your data never leaves your environment. Nothing gets sent to third-party APIs. This is ideal for highly regulated environments or organizations that want maximum control. Second, a private cloud. Same idea, but hosted in a dedicated cloud environment that only you control. No shared tenants, no cross-customer data, still compliant but more flexible. Third, secured hosted environments. For organizations that want to manage infrastructure, the AI can be hosted in a dedicated secure server, still private, still isolated, and still compliant. The key point is this: your data stays your data. The AI doesn't learn from other companies don't learn from you, and nothing is exposed beyond what you explicitly allow. Here's what people get wrong. They think that privacy means sacrificing capability. It doesn't. A private AI agent can still answer questions, search internal documents, automate workflows, integrate with systems, trigger actions, support staff and users. The difference is where it can run, not what it can do. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to store medical records into a public Dropbox folder. You wouldn't want to run a payroll on a shared Google Doc. AI should follow the same logic. And here's the real reason this matters long term. AI is not just answering questions anymore. It's making decisions, triggering workflows, routing information, notifying humans, interacting with systems. Once AI starts doing real work, controls becomes non-negotiable. If you don't control the environment, you don't control the risk. And that's why keeping AI close to home isn't about paranoia, it's about responsibility. So how do you know if this applies to you? If your business handles sensitive data, if compliance matters, if audit matters, if trust matters, then yes, this conversation applies to you. If you're unsure, that's exactly why I built the free AI audit agent. It helps you identify where AI fits and what level of privacy you need and how to deploy it responsibly without over-engineering or overpaying. You'll find the link below. And if you want clear and honest breakdowns like this without buzzwords or hype, please subscribe. We're building this series step by step the right way. I'll see you in the next episode.